The world expected a royal wedding for Princess Leonor, an event marked by tradition, grandeur, and the weight of centuries of monarchy. Every detail would have been planned, every movement rehearsed, every moment steeped in history. Spain and Europe had seen it all before: weddings of princes and princesses, headlines filled with gowns, crowns, and pomp. Yet, when the announcement came that Leonor would marry, the reaction was not admiration alone. It was shock. Because this wedding was unlike any the world had imagined. It was not simply a union of two people, but a statement, a choice that challenged centuries of royal expectations and sent ripples across the globe. The shock did not come from the venue, nor the dress. It came from her decision. From the man she chose to marry, a figure who defied the carefully constructed norms of European royalty. And in that choice, Leonor made it clear: this is her story, her life, and her crown. The ceremony itself was breathtaking. Crowds gathered in the streets of Madrid, cameras focused on every angle, dignitaries from across Europe and beyond lined up to witness history. But amid the grandeur, the true emotion was found in the personal moments. King Felipe VI, her father, struggled to conceal tears as he walked his daughter down the aisle, a symbolic passing of duty, trust, and love. Queen Letizia, elegant and composed, shared a subtle, knowing smile with Leonor, acknowledging the courage it took to marry for herself in a world that expects perfection, compliance, and tradition. The guests, accustomed to carefully scripted royal events, sensed immediately that this was different. There was warmth, authenticity, and even a hint of rebellion. Leonor's eyes sparkled with emotion not because of duty, but because of love. The man beside her was not a foreign prince chosen for dynastic alignment, nor a nobleman selected for political convenience. He was someone she had chosen herself, a partner who matched her intellect, her compassion, and her strength. And yet, the world was not prepared. Headlines screamed. Social media erupted. Royal enthusiasts debated: was this courageous? Reckless? Revolutionary? And more than that, how would this choice affect the Spanish monarchy, the European alliances, and even her future reign? To understand the gravity of Leonor's decision, one must consider the legacy of royal marriages. For centuries, European monarchies married strategically, consolidating power, forming alliances, and preserving influence. Spain itself was forged through such unions. Yet, over time, modern royals have increasingly sought love over strategy. King Felipe married Letizia, a commoner and journalist, breaking tradition. Princess Leonor, however, took this evolution further, choosing a path that not only honored her heart but also reshaped expectations of monarchy for the next generation. The ceremony blended the timeless with the personal. From the intricately adorned cathedral to the subtle nods to family heritage, every detail was rich with meaning. Leonor's gown combined classic Spanish elegance with a modern simplicity that reflected her personality: poised, strong, and approachable. The vows exchanged were not rehearsed declarations of duty, they were heartfelt promises, words that conveyed sincerity, courage, and intimacy. Even the reactions from other European royals were telling. Some observed with admiration, others with cautious curiosity. After all, every royal wedding is not just a personal celebration, it is a public event, a matter of diplomacy and perception. Leonor's choice challenged assumptions. She had shown that a princess could embrace love, authenticity, and modern values without diminishing the weight of her crown. The reception that followed was equally revealing. While champagne flowed and music played, the young princess engaged with guests in a manner that felt effortless yet meaningful. She navigated conversations with foreign dignitaries, family members, and public figures, balancing diplomacy with genuine warmth. Observers noted her presence, commanding yet inviting, regal yet relatable. But this wedding was not without tension. Traditionalists whispered, questioning whether her decision could destabilize centuries of protocol. Others worried about international perception and alliances that might be affected by her choice. And yet, these concerns only highlighted the significance of what she had achieved: a marriage rooted in personal choice, celebrated on a global stage, and capable of redefining monarchy for a new era. The story of Princess Leonor's wedding is also a story of humanity. Amidst the pomp and ceremony, there were small, intimate moments: The comforting squeeze of a hand, the shared glance that conveyed understanding, the laughter echoing through the cathedral that reminded everyone that royalty, too, experiences love, fear, and hope. These were the moments that resonated most with the public, bridging the gap between history and the present, crown and citizen. As the world watched, they saw more than a wedding. They saw a statement of independence, courage, and authenticity. They saw a future queen who understands that power is not only inherited, but earned through connection, empathy, and the willingness to embrace change. Even now, questions linger. How will this marriage shape Leonor's reign? How will it affect Spain's place in Europe? What ripple effects will it have on royal families who continue to balance duty with personal desire? These questions are part of the enduring fascination with the event, ensuring that Leonor's wedding will be discussed, analyzed, and remembered for generations. What remains undeniable is this: Princess Leonor has married not just for tradition, but for love, for courage, and for herself. In doing so, she has left the world speechless, and in the process, redefined what it means to be a modern queen. Her wedding was not merely an event, it was a transformation. A moment where history met the present, where royalty became relatable, and where a young woman stepped forward to claim her future on her own terms. And as the celebrations faded, and the headlines continued to roll across newspapers and screens worldwide, one truth was clear: Princess Leonor has entered a new chapter, not only in her life but in the story of monarchy itself, and the world will never view royalty in quite the same way again.